Everyone, is Yoshi100 here, and I'm back with another Puyo tutorial. In this video, I'll be explaining how to build counters. Basically, counters are chains that you can use that will be able to absorb a rock, which is 30 nuisance Puyo of damage, as I've explained previously. And from there, you'll be able to set off your chain. So let's build an example of one. Okay, this is terrible. They're giving me all clear start. Now, you do this by placing your 2 leftmost columns or your 3 rightmost columns of Puyo and building up to 5 columns high. Because a rock, 30 nuisance Puyo, is 5 columns of damage. So you want to be up 5 columns or 6 columns. Now, the most commonly used one is the one I'm going to build here on the left side. Just let me get the right Puyo for this. Basically, you're building L shapes on the left side. Simple as that. Now let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns up. Looks like we're fine. So no wait, never mind. 5 columns is how much garbage you'll be receiving. So if I got a garbage right now. Wish I could get garbage, but whatever. So there's 2. There's 4. And then there's 5. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it'll be all blocked up. But if I build a little higher, I go on here, 7 columns up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then I'll be able to counter with that. So much easier to do this if there was a demonstration, but it's alright. Let's try to build that again. Basically, you just build L shapes on top of each other, with the blue falling right down. So it's like left L, right L, left L, right L, and you keep repeating this until you get to the amount that you... Don't forget to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you build your if you build your first L pointing to the left side, then you'll be able to just stick with 3 of them, and it'll be fine, because you get there 3 rows garbage, then you get 5. Then you'll still have this free space here, but it's just better and safer if you build it with this L pointing to the right, because as I'll explain in the next video, where I'll be explaining something called tailing, you're gonna want to build on the right, it pointing to the right, so that you can extend from it afterwards. And also because, well, then it'll prompt you, it'll be like, oh, you have to build 1, 2, 3, 4 L shapes anyway. So let's set this off. Now that particular form of counter chain is called the holy counter. Now the reason I don't really know, but, well, who knows. Now the other one that you commonly see people using as a counter is called the evil counter. Oh, holy counter, evil counter. It's basically, I don't think there's a particular form for this, but basically you're building a counter that will go for 3 columns, because in 2 mode, right, you don't have the restriction of a 4th X here, which is really annoying, because Puyo versus system, you have 3 X's. I mean, sorry, 2 X's, and then you... So here we're gonna build an example one. You can see here that I've applied, yep, I've built L shapes, makes it easier. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I had a rock of garbage come down right now, because remember, only a rock of garbage can fall down on you at one time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Then you end up here and you just be like, oh, okay, cool. And the garbage, when it falls here, will be fine, because there won't be an X there in 2 mode, since the only X is in the 3rd column. And then you can build more chains. However, as I'll explain in the next video, it will be harder to extend from this and create a tail for it. Now let's do it in 3 colors, just because, you know, you play in 3 colors, so yeah. Okay, as I said we should do, I will be building using the L pointing to the right. This is not a nice set. Oh dear. Here we go. Start building these L shapes. And it's wasting a lot of Puyo, but there will be good use for it once you find out how to extend from this. To make this not completely useless, I'll show you like a simple way to extend from it. But okay, terrible. Alright. Finally. Get this here. But I don't want to get rid of that. Oh, you know what? If we have garbage fall from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, 5. That still works, so, you know, just demonstrating. But what I wanted to show as an extension is, if you have a look at the red here, that color doesn't seem to do anything. But what you can do is, after that, you can build another L facing in the opposite direction or in that direction. And basically build that in an opposite direction and it will link onto the chain. And this will basically just extend the chain here. That was a terrible demonstration. So anyway, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, now it's giving me the right Puyo. Of course it is. You see, I'm going to build an L next to this L. There's an L there, and now we have an L there. Make sure that this color is the same as that one, because once the green pops, the blue will pop afterward. That's good job. I've failed. I will build some sort of counter anyway. That's terrible because the chances of me getting another blue are terrible. Here, solution, boom. Another thing is, as I've shown you guys, usually this reaches up 6 columns anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what a coincidence! It reaches up 6 columns. So, if the counter is gonna take, if you're gonna be absorbing a rock of damage or 5 rows of garbage at once, extending will be worth it because you'll be giving 1 extra Puyo here, so the garbage will be like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I miscounted somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see. Yep, okay. I was just being stupid. Yeah, let me build this properly. I'm sorry for just being terrible at demonstrating right now. But let's go and do this properly now. Alright. Okay. Now you just need to give me the right Puyo, please. Puyoverse, give me the right Puyo. You don't want to be putting anything else in the 3rd column, or else you're going to end up messing up your counter. Because otherwise, the point of the counter is for the garbage to fill up there anyway, so that you'll reach, well, the point that you want to reach. Oh, I got it. Here we go. Here's proper demonstration. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's meant to go 7 columns up, sorry. And from here it will go 1 Puyo, and then the garbage will fill up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you might have like the blue should be pointing that other direction with the yellow anyway. So like pretend that's blocked up, then you'll be able to access here. You'll be able to access the blues there anyway. Go to the blues there. And then you get that extra. And I've accidentally done a whole bunch of stuff after that. Let's do the devil's counter. Oh, sorry. I read it and I don't know if this was a mistake, but on the forums or the wiki, sorry, It was also called the devil counter instead of the evil counter. That's interesting. I don't know if that's an official thing or if that's a mistake, but let's call it the evil counter. Keep it consistent. That's why I accidentally said devil. Evil. So there really isn't an easy way to build this counter on this side. The only one that I can think of right now is actually the one that they use in Fever mode, which is like, what, it's called Avalanche? Though people say that's the name of the tail, not the actual form itself. It'll probably be familiar if you see it, if you've played Fever, right? It's just this one here. Where you're just building in threes, and then it's just like, hey, all fall down, woohoo! There we go. Build something, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, look, I've got 2 blues. Oh no, if there's ever a point where you get two of a color, or one instead, just build it on the other side of it, and it should be fine. Because once it fills up, oh no, I got so much damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you'll be able to use that to your advantage and go, hey, I can set this off now because there's more than just 2 Puyo there. Hope this makes sense once again. Oh look, I messed up. Oof. That was a 5 chain anyway, so it's just easier to build the one on the left, but the right one is just to show that that's a thing as well. You can also do a double counter, which is a lot harder to pull off, because you need to be a lot more, well, you need to be good with your Puyo. Can't be doing anything bad or crazy, like filling up your board too much, basically. You need to know how to be cleaning up your board after a mess. So, basically how this one works is, let's get the right Puyo for this. I'm building up as normal on the left side. This is what I mean about cleaning up your board. Like, if you're getting bad pieces, then you're gonna need it. Here we go. But you build up to the top. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to absorb 2 rocks of damage. The only thing about this is that you're gonna have to make sure that you don't put any Puyo over in the 3rd column. And you're gonna have to have space on the right side. So if I put this down and they go, here's the garbage, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So that's where a regular counter would go up to here, and you'd set off from the blues. But no, I built extra, so let's put this here and accidentally get heaps of damage again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see, I've been sent 10 rows of garbage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we're still safe because we have this here. And so we set off our counter. Now these counters are helpful because, well, they let you absorb damage, but then you get to return the damage. And this one even does a 7 chain, so that's even better, isn't it? The main thing I can see helpful about these are for all clear starts. Like, when both players get all clears, generally you just set them off and then boom, the other player's blech. But if you manage to set up a counter for that, then not only will you be able to set off the chain as a counter, but that all clear that you've stored up will also carry over. So that's basically like, I win this round, right? So that's good. Now, okay, so there's the holy counter there, which is on the left side. There's the evil counter on the right side, and then there was the double counter. I think that's also on the left side, but it's where you build up higher. There's also one called a successive counter, which is basically where you absorb damage and then you use your counter. But then after you use your counter, you absorb damage again, and then you set off another counter. It's really complicated, and it's hard to do without garbage. Because without garbage, then we're gonna end up with a clutter anyway. Like when I demonstrate garbage, I'm dropping Puyo. I'm going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh look, it's 5 garbage, but in reality they're Puyo anyway. Probably just blabbering on at this point. I tend to do this a lot, but whatever. If you understood that, then good. I've taught you something else. Hey, you can always look up these forms on the Puyo Nexus, the forums or the wiki somewhere. They've got pages for these kind of forms as well. So if I'm not explaining them properly, or I can't explain them, and you want to go have a look, or maybe do some further research, then just remember the terms that I use for the forms, and you can just go look them up in your spare time or whatever. So that one is called a successive counter. I know about that one. But basically, that's all I have to show for this tutorial. Hopefully you've learned something, or, you know, learned a lot. But hey, don't forget to keep practicing. That's the only way to get better. And I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff that everyone says at the end of the video. Comment in the comment section, share this with your friends, and be like, hey, Puyo, because Puyo Tetris is coming out next month. Hooray! All the excitement. Alright, well, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.